YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage back on the Hannibal at the Gates campaign, and here we are ready to siege Caralis. I won't need to build any equipment because I have ballista. The Roman have a, well, it looks like six Histati. There's a Triarii on the boat here, and then some Velites. They've got 4 more Velite units and a levy, a couple of Roarii. So nothing that should be able to handle my army, but it's a substantial garrison, so I don't want to auto-resolve them. So let's go ahead and assault the city. And my fleet will be reinforcing me, Apache Sea Peasants, fresh off their victory, their massive victory against the several Roman fleets, a couple of which were transport fleets, a very foolhardy errand on the part of the Romans to get so many of their good army troops killed at sea where they would have done so much better on land. I mean, a Principe, for instance, is a very formidable unit, actually compared to anything that I have in my army here, other than the elephants maybe. But yeah, it's a pretty formidable unit for the price. So let's go ahead and start deployment. And it looks like this is going to be as good a place as any to punch a hole. What I will do... Actually, let's go ahead and bunch these guys up a little bit. I'm not going to need the ladders, but I'll put them back here just in case. We'll have to watch. I don't think the Romans are getting any outside reinforcements other than fleet. Start. Take these guys off fire at will. Sometimes you all want me to use flammable round because it's more damaging to building, but see, it does affect accuracy. So it kind of worries me a little, but we'll give it a shot. First things first, make sure we have a hole in the wall. And here's the Roman reinforcements actually making their way right towards my men, where they might be able to throw some javelins. I'm going to try and just sail my ballista ships this way, see if I can get a couple of lucky shots. I could use these ballista to fire at the ships, but I'm going to save their ammo for the wall.
The walls are breached.
Good, we've got a piece of wall down already. Let's go ahead and destroy one of these arrow towers so that it can't damage my men. There, I'm kind of just trying to angle my ballista ship in. They're still out of range, unfortunately, so I believe the Romans are going to land. Yeah, I have my ballista ship to support during the siege. Wow, check that out. That's pretty brutal. Rain of fire from the Carthaginian ballista here. Okay, I'm going to take on... Whoa, wait a minute. There's still one Velite unit at sea. So as soon as it hits the ground, take our Libyan infantry up. Okay, what I want to do is bring one unit around... Oh, whoops, what the... That was weird. I want to bring one unit around into the Velites here, a couple units here, and then sword straight down the center into the Triarii.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Battle seems to already be turning in my favor. No need to waste my ammo here with ballista ships, so I'll pull them around. Want to keep them outside the range of the towers, though. Okay. Let's take down some of these other arrow towers just to give my men free rein. And let's see how my men are doing over here. Doing very well. Just keep my melee cav away from those Triarii. Let's see. Yeah, they are getting cut down pretty badly by my 2 units of Libyan infantry. Triarii is pretty strong unit, for a spear unit at least. It's best to not underestimate them with your swords, or else they'll last longer than you want them to in a fight. And as soon as that one goes down, those infantry will be free. Go ahead and start making for the gap here. Yeah, see, look at these Triarii holding out there longer than you think. Got 9 kills there, 8 kills there. Not a lot, but I mean, it's enough that you notice it. Let's use these sea-based artillery to take out this arrow tower. Got both arrow towers over there. And one last destruction on this tower, and my men should be free of any arrow fire. And that should give me a free run to the victory point, which is the thermal baths. Sounds like a pleasant place. No wonder the Romans are congregating there. Why not be clean before you go to meet your maker? Best to be clean spiritually, I suppose, but clean physically if that's the only other thing that you can do. Okay, my other infantry are now free as well. Again, we'll just make for the gap. These towers are being destroyed by my naval artillery. Very cool show here, actually. This is where I just love the graphics of Rome 2. Get some beautiful shots sometimes. Flaming shots coming in from the sea, bouncing off the tower walls. This tower is no doubt about to collapse. And supposedly the if the patch patches forward into save games, the smoke coming off the tower should blow in the direction of the wind. Should be cool to see if it is. It's like all the smoke should drift in a singular direction based on the wind, but I don't even know which way the wind's blowing, to be honest. On Napoleon, it was very evident. It was actually something that was really cool when you'd... And same thing in Fall of the Samurai, just seeing the big billowing balls of smoke, you know, like coming out. It was just incredible, actually. Beautiful. There's a lot of skirmishers still on the wall. Let's bring my elephants up as well. I've got my artillery ships focusing in on the units back here in the town square. I'm just going to leave flaming shot on for the heck of it. Just for the fear. Don't know if it actually even causes a fear effect, but why not, man? Talk about Navy coming in handy here, huh? I've got some large skirmish ships that I could land, but there's really no point. Let's make sure I'm not in range of that arrow tower. I am not. All my units should be safe here. Those velites on the wall are a little bit annoying. I'll see if I can take them out. Yeah, Caralis is definitely going to fall. Let's see if my Libyan infantry... I'll just take one unit, get them up on the wall, and silence those velites. And, I mean, unless me having destroyed the gate makes it to where they can't get on the wall. That's possible.
Our general is under attack.
Oh, they're throwing flaming javelins at my general, and there's a bunch of lag for some reason. Apologize for the lag, folks. Let's get my general away before he runs amok. That would be very, very, very bad. Clever little AI. Yeah, my men are not going to get on the walls, unfortunately. So let's just push for the town center. Good grief, this lag is ridiculous. No idea what that's even about. Let's just take these guys over to here. Same thing with the elephants. Those javelins are getting more than their fair share of kills on me. Just leave them on the wall. You know what? In fact, these guys might be able to do a good mop-up job on these javelins. Let's turn and fire. The Romans in the town square really don't have a whole lot of prayer of facing off against my infantry head-on anyway. Yeah, I do have ballista shots coming in now. It'll be questionable as to how well I'll hit them, but hey, at least it's something. Some type of revenge, because this javelin just got free range on me right now. I don't very much approve of that. Okay, here comes the enemy general. It's a Triarii unit, and now he's fleeing. A smart Roman. Fleeing in the face of overwhelming Carthaginian odds here. Let's actually bring these guys back and head around. I shouldn't have taken so many units right up one alley. Let's get my general up here, though. And we can run my cavalry around through this, this alleyway here and get in behind the enemy. Do the same thing with this elephant. Get my spears up. Alright. Let's go ahead and inspire this unit of Libyan infantry. Okay. Carthaginian cav moving through. Roman velites are eating it pretty bad for my ballista ships. Just go ahead and pull these guys back this way. It'll take them too long to get around. Oh yeah, there's a big Roman blob here. There's about to be a huge blob of Carthaginian cav. And here it comes. The horde of Apache's Carthaginian cavalry pouring into the backs of the Romans. And that's going to be it. They're fixed against my Libyan infantry here. And a large number of pretty strong Carthaginian cav right behind them. Yeah, their morale is very low. Just bring the elephants up and see if we can shatter them. Just bring the elephants in through my own men. Not very realistic, but practical. Yep, that's doing it. Let's get the morale even lower. So yeah, the Roman morale is going to completely collapse here. There is really even no need to come back and flank around. And my ballista ships actually destroyed a section of wall while killing the velites. So yeah, overwhelming odds there. Romans doing their best, it looks like, to put up some kind of a fight, but honestly didn't have a whole lot of chance. Had the siege engines I needed, had the troops I needed, and that would have been a tough battle, to be honest, had they not sent those transports out to sea to get killed by my navy. That would have been very difficult, actually. So Carthage has retaken what was once rightfully theirs. It should be the city of Caralis. I'm going to tear down all the Roman buildings. I don't have enough money to convert them anyway. Not all of them, at least. Got my fleet. There is a large Roman transport here. The spears of Menriva or whatever. Who is this? Do we know who the general is? I guess. Let's see. G. Accius Antonius, and yeah, whatever his name is. Let's go ahead and get my agents up here onto the island so that I can use them to assist in the battles that are possibly still to come. Got my judge here. Alright. I do believe now we are probably ready to end the turn. That army that fought that, the Barkid Brethren, are ready to rank up. And I think I'm going to unlock formidable fighters at this point. And then their general can rank up as well. Let's see, authority when leading an army, 5 melee attack for all spear-armed units. Probably not the most helpful because I have a lot of swords. Public order, temple construction cost, public order, morale for elephant units. Let's see, authority, 2 morale. I'll just take the public order from, won't be bad, strategist, man. Again, love this Rome 1 music. It's a lot of fun. Some of them are fairly quiet songs, and then others are pretty robust and lively. It's just a lot of fun either way in my mind. Etruscan League, send in an agent after mine. Hopefully he's not good enough to get the job done, because that's a pretty high-level agent. Or they may have been going after my city, like causing some disruption in the city. That's very possible. Sam Knights, is there going to be any counterattacks? Do they have other armies? It is possible. Here comes an agent. They usually follow that up with an attack. I say usually, it depends on what their motive is, but a lot of times they'll send an agent forward and then bring up, nope, they didn't have any more stacks there. Venetti offering me exorbitant amounts of money for peace. I'm kind of tempted to take the peace and then just declare war right back on them the next turn. I think I will. Well, no, because then when I break that, the factions in Iberia may get mad at me because I'll be somewhat treacherous for having done something like that. So I'll hold off, even though it seems like the patchy thing to do. In fact, it very much is the patchy thing to do. Patchy's crying right now because of not being able to be corrupt. But, oh well. More Venetti subversion at Genua. A nuisance. But we should have them pinned down. I don't care if the rebels control that one city for the time being. I'll come back and get it once I've completely dealt with the Venetti. So them holding that city is really not a big deal to me right now. So someone tried to spread cultural tension at 3. Pise, someone rallied the slaves and tried to commit arson. And then they poisoned Hasdrubal's army down here. And again, it looks like. So yes, several Samnite agents.
How can I serve Carthage?
So it's going to make it hard to kind of stabilize things here. This is why I bring 2 armies. But this one is the one that got poisoned, so you can see we actually took damage to some of these units. It doesn't matter, we should still be able to push to Buxentum. I'm going to actually... I'd really rather use my spy to push forward, but I've got to get rid of these enemy agents. We can't just let these guys sit back here. There's not a good chance of any of these working, though. This is risky. Let's try it, though. Yes! Got lucky. And then let's try assassinating this enemy spy. We'll try some poisoning. Decent chance of success, although it won't likely be an assassination. It'll most likely be wounding, but let's give it a shot. Good enough. Now let's take the veteran, or the whatever you call it, champion out of this army. Just want to scout forward a little and see if I'm walking myself into a potential counterattack. I don't see anything yet. So let's go ahead and push this army to Buxentum and take another city off the Samnites. This is another one that I could pretty well auto-resolve, but I don't want to because they're going to kill all my elephants. So let's go ahead and fight this one. Plus, we're getting towards the end of the campaign. These are the battles for Italy itself. I won't auto-resolve it. We'll take care of things personally. Personally, I'm most looking forward to killing the Venetti. Oh yeah, that's going to be fun. And razing their final settlement to the ground. Actually, it was my settlement, so if I could raise it, I'd just be killing all my people that they went back and conquered, so I may not do that one. I mean, I already raised their main city, I believe. So I'll have to let that be my comfort for now. And let's get these guys over here. I want my cavalry over here. Let's get 2 of them to flank around the other side of the city. Main force of pikemen can go there. Keep my general in this vicinity, and my ballista will just take mostly up the center. I'll put my men into pike formation once I get closer, because your men can tire down from being in pike formation. What do we got here? Just skirmishers, so we'll go take those guys out. And we can push this flank. And let's push my ballista up to here. It'll take them a while to get there, but we can go ahead and start attacking in the meantime. Yeah, this is perfect. We're going to get these levy skirmishers. So these guys can't participate in the infantry fight. Levy skirmisher is going to be dangerous to my pikes, so we want to get them out of the fight as quick as possible. Wow, 62 armor in my African pikemen right now, and 47 attack. That's pretty nice. There we go. Got both of those units run down. They're not even going to get any shots on me. What kind of skirmishers the Romans got back here? Levy skirmishers. And my Hoplites have a ton of experience and good upgrades, so they're going to actually be a pretty formidable fighting force. No bonus versus infantry, but their stats are going to actually make them pretty strong. Let's see, I can see mob. If there's no skirmishers to support, I'll go ahead and engage my pikes against their spearmen. How did these guys get away? Both of my guys must have gotten caught up chasing one. So let's run these guys down before they make it to the town center. We don't want them making it there. So there'll just be one more unit they can use against me. Alright. Oh, did I say the Rome 1 music was on? I actually don't think I have it turned on right now. Come to think of it, this sounds like Rome 2 music. Oh, poo. I was sitting there saying how it was great, and then it wasn't even on. Boy, that'll make a moron out of me, huh? Actually, it is on. Never mind. And sometimes I just don't recognize which one's which, I guess. Got my pikes down a little late right here, but we'll be alright. It's just an Italian spearman unit. We can force them back. There we go. Bring my general up to provide a little morale support. Inspire this unit. War cry here. Let's bring our cavalry. Yeah, we've got some Italian spearmen lured out after a cavalry, which means we should be able to pierce through this flank. And let's take 2 pikemen down this street.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Oh, my ballista are firing too, which may or may not be a good thing. Let's just make sure my ballista fire is concentrated on the town square. Turn on the explosive round just for good measure. So let's turn the camera off, go into a more cinematic view. See my pikemen here cutting down the enemy spearmen, and then here comes my explosive volley, raining terror down on the men in the town square. And I'm surprised, yeah, the enemy spearmen did keep chasing my cav. Now we've got an opening into the back of all these enemy infantry, and yeah, gonna have to halt fire with my ballista at the moment so I don't kill my own men. It's kind of fun providing artillery support for your men. Don't know that it's real historic. There's a shattered Italian spearman here that's like trying to get past my men. Kind of funny. And the AI is trying to do a snake maneuver around me on the side, so I went ahead and formed into pike formation and put my spears up against the wall. So those guys are between a spear and a hard place. Very nice, very nice. Nearly poetic. Let's get my cavalry into these guys out here, and we can push in this way. Good. No, actually, you guys come back. Just you. So what is this? Is this an Italian noble? Nope, just an Italian spearman. If it was an Italian noble infantry, that would have been a little bit of cause for concern. Yeah, looks like we've outmaneuvered the remaining enemy troops. And we can come into the back of this Italian spearman now. Let's bring my general up.
One of our units has gone berserk.
Oh, has it? Did I have 2 elephant units in this battle? Which unit's gone berserk? Huh. I don't know, maybe I missed something. I didn't think I had 2 elephant units. No idea who's going berserk, but someone's going berserk, apparently. Maybe they were throwing javelins at my general and I didn't notice it or something, but there we go. Another decisive victory over the Samnites. No big surprise in this one, though. Their last army was a lot more formidable. This is just a garrison army. So there we go. We are in control of Buxentum. So we've actually taken away one of the Samnite settlements. So that's going to work out great. Again, tear down their structures and kind of start from scratch. Make sure we get the buildings that I need. I can go ahead and finish a couple more items here, I think. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's a Roman army. Yeah, didn't realize that was there. Now it comes into view. That's convenient. I don't know if I was paying attention. Well, I mean, we'd be in a town center. I'd have ballista support, and I have pikes. Feel pretty safe about my ability to fight off a pretty substantial force, which is part of the reason why I even put pikes in that army. So, feeling good about that. Hannibal might need to stay here at Pise just a little longer until we have some support. See if we can assassinate this enemy agent. We at least wounded him. And my guy ranked up, which is great. He's getting pretty high rank here. Give him more zeal. And this army can now destroy what's left. Or no, never mind. We've got another turn before we can move. Or did they get sabotaged? No, they didn't get sabotaged. They just can't move again on this turn.
At your command.
Which is annoying, but it happens. Oh, look. Found my friends here. Let's give them a little poison provisions to take on their way. Nothing like a little diarrhea to make your march a little more unpleasant. So, that will work out well. And in Caralis, we can now construct some buildings here. I'm not going to really need any military ports, so I'll just go ahead with a harbor. Throw up a couple of forums and just an outskirts. I don't really... Well, you know what, though? We're going to need a temple. Let's drop one of the forums and build a temple. Let's see if we can take our spy and scout ahead to Olbia. No Roman garrison at Olbia. Get this, get that guy in to do some military training, and we can go ahead and put that agent into active mode there. Alright, so should be able to finish off Corsica and Sardinia. I want to say my other armies back here well positioned where they're at. They're where I need them to be at the moment. I don't really have a whole lot else I need to do. I think that's going to be it for this video. We'll just go ahead and take care of this, the upgrade on this spy. What can we get here? Wow, that gives me a lot of concealed blade and wounding enemies in self-defense. I'll take that. Anyway, Heir of Carthage signing off for now. Hope you all enjoying the Hannibal at the Gates campaign. We're definitely putting the vice on Rome and their allies. It's getting pretty close here, folks.